Good morning, students. Today we have with us Nandan Gupta. He is a faculty of Business and Law in Anglia Ruskin University. Moreover, he has more than 30 years of experience in international business, strategy, and project management in both the ways, classical and digital firm. It's really fortunate for you guys to have his experiences into our fold. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Reddy. Good morning, students. Thank you very much for having me, and this is a great opportunity for me to have a discussion with you on this, UK India kind of thing. And since India is the country I came from, and then decided to live in UK, I probably am in a position where I can match both the country's requirements and facilities and situations and provide my humble opinion on that. Frequent.
So, being an international student, how a business and law has been evolved in UK now?
Business and law actually has different verticals of subjects like international business, master's business management, business with data, business with economics. So there are lots of different subjects where one can, of course, including law subjects, one can go into and study in. The point what I'm trying to make over here is this, that all these subjects and modules they are in are being researched and being developed properly on the basis of skill requirement in the industry, which is extremely important because that ultimately boils down to the fact that whether or not students will be able to secure good employment.
Correct.
Now, if there is something we teach for which there is no need in the industry, then it's no point really.
Correct.
Of course, for knowledge, it's fine. But, we have to manage the professional end as well. So this is how we do, we try to align our teaching, our courses, our subjects with the industry requirement and skill requirement, and even the forecast of the skill requirements. Let's say, for example, AI or data engineering. Those are emerging areas, and in a few years' time, we are trying to envisage how that could shape up, and accordingly, we are trying to design our courses.
Okay. So when it comes to designing a course for subjects like an international business management or a strategy, as a faculty of business and law, what are the parameters that you consider?
The parameters are, one I already have said, that is the skill requirement. The other parameter is the level of course, that is level 4, level 5, level 6, which in Indian terms, first year of, undergraduation, second year, so on and so forth. And the quality, which is very, very important, the quality of the content, delivery of the course, delivery mechanism of the course, because the ultimate parameter should be for us to enable the student to think autonomously. We call it autonomy of learning. It's not just memorizing a few models and go into your professional life. That doesn't work really. It doesn't work in UK, in Europe, in USA, anywhere there. You have to understand what the thing is while you're learning, and then you should be able to apply that meaningfully, knowingly. And knowingly very well that, I'm applying it, but it's a practical situation. It may not be 100% right. But even then, I should have the confidence to apply it and see if there is any need to course correct. I'll be able to do that. So that confidence, that ability, that knowledge is something we'd like to instill in our students. And that is a big parameter. So when we design the course and the modules in between, there are lots of committees and sessions and discussions going on. Until it is finally, authenticated by the authentication body. And it has to be revised by a certain statutory body as well. And even when we do that and start a course, generally every few years we review that and
Okay.
change it. For example, right now I am in the process of changing 2 modules of international business.
Okay.
And that also has got this kind of a process. So those are the parameters of designing a course, basically.
Okay.
Very student oriented, if I
Okay.
have to say it in one word.
So when it comes to designing a course is one aspect, and one is teaching is one aspect.
Yes.
Okay, and assessing the student is another aspect.
Absolutely.
So this is what a stage by 1, 2, 3 cases, so that the delivery of the program would be greater.
Yes.
Right. When it
Yes.
comes to your teaching to the student,
Yes.
classroom sessions. Once the design is ready, okay, this is what we have scheduled it. This is the way the. So when it comes to quality of teaching, how a professor spends their time with the students, and in what way they'll assist the student in terms of projects making, and how they'll assist in terms of placing them in by taking into the right resources.
Yes.
How do you help with the students?
I am really glad that you asked this question because it provides me the opportunity to demonstrate what you do.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's take the first year students, those who come in after the +2 thing, like in undergraduate. So they are new, and they might be overwhelmed with the vastness of the graduate studies. We know that.
Yeah, yeah.
So therefore, first thing we try to ensure that they know what are being offered, like their learning management system, the learning portal, the modules, how can they access to the library, how can they get help if they need to. And for everything, we have an app. We call it Ask ARU, Ask Aru.
Okay, okay.
And every student is expected to take that app and finish a certain very brief course, sign off that course, which tells us that this student has learned everything that there is to learn so that they can access those learning materials.
Okay.
Because it's not just books. There are lots of stuff on our Canvas website. We call it Canvas.
Canvas,
The Canvas website is the learning website where all my lectures, all my slides, all my reading resources are uploaded for that particular module. Suggested additional reading modules are there with a link to the library. Now the student needs to use that as a supporting, study method, and we want to make sure that the student knows how to do it. So I know if some students don't finish this course and they get reminders after reminders from our admin colleagues that please finish that, please finish that. Otherwise, they will miss out on something. So that is the support part. In the classroom, there are 2 types of delivery.
Okay.
One is called tutor-led session.
Okay.
In other words, a simple lecture where the tutor speaks more like I am speaking right now. The tutor speaks more to the students. It's a big, generally, in some of my modules, that class is of about 250 students.
Yeah.
Huge gallery, huge screen. That screen is, 10 times bigger than you probably had.
Okay.
And in a workstation where I can show everything on that screen and everybody from the back of the gallery to the front that they can see it.
Okay.
So this is the classroom environment, and where I or any of my colleague, those who are teaching, they come in and they start actually interacting with the student, not just delivering a lecture.
Okay.
That is the main thing, because unless I know what is the thing that I need to focus on more in teaching this student or that student, I really cannot deliver properly. So we start interacting, we encourage them to ask questions, and especially in students from Asia, there is a tendency of not asking questions.
Okay.
That's our culture. That's our culture. That sir is saying this thing, so who am I to ask that? No. That is not the thing. We encourage that if you don't understand this thing, assume that you can ask the question, sir, I didn't answer, I didn't understand this. Could you explain that to me once again? Because I believe if I cannot make a student really, understand something, then it is my duty to explain.
Yes, 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 of course.
So that interaction goes on. And in the lecture, in those large classes, in the large gallery, to make that interaction happen, many of us, walk around in the class, go up the gallery, come down, pick up students, ask questions. What do you think about this point? What do you think about this point? Or what do you think about what he said or she said?
Okay.
So we start interacting along the student, with the student, and that's how this learning attitude grows. So that is what we try to achieve. And right from the beginning, we try to focus on the elemental nodal points which will help them understand that particular module and in the assessment as well.
Okay.